Hi, I'm Rick Conlow. I'm glad you're here. We're going to talk about 4 keys to excellent execution. Now, I'm going to start off by just sharing this picture with you. You know, we got the fastest car in the world, one of the fastest planes in the world, and the fastest human in the world. First is a Bugatti, the second is a Blackbird SR-71, and then, of course, the picture, if you don't recognize it, is Usain Bolt, 9.58 seconds in 100 meters. Wow, why do I share this with you? If you're like many of the managers and leaders we work with in our consulting business, they need to get results, boom, fast. They don't have a lot of time to wait around. And yet, so that execution is critical. And we want to say this: people in businesses can be superstars. And how do they do that? You can be a superstar leader. And I'll share with you what that is on execution. Now, we need to get brilliant execution at all levels. Too often, though, these plans we create in organizations look like this. They end up a mess shortly somewhere after the year kicks off, maybe second month, second quarter. You can't tell what's going on. It's confused. We're short. We're behind. You know what I'm talking about? Here are 11 reasons why execution fails in organizations. Take a look at it. See if any of those are true for you. Where did we come up with these? We came from managers just like you. We listened to them. They told us what happens. Resistance to change comes up often. Lack of planning detail. No accountability. Poor communication about what's expected. And of course, sometimes the strategy is poor in terms of why it doesn't work. John Cotter, one of the change masters, says that 75% of change strategies fail. In fact, one report we read recently that said only 10% of executives were confident that their team could execute their business strategy for the coming year. And you hear that I'm saying there? So a leader, a manager who learns how to execute effectively on the areas they're responsible for becomes golden. So pay attention to what we're talking about and how you can get this done, because there is light at the end of the tunnel. There are things we can do today to get results today. But I also want you to know it's classified. Not too many managers know about this. And it comes down to the question, technology or people? So you ready for this? Here it is. First of all, we say people and technology, but notice how we write that. People first. Because if people, your team, the employees aren't bought in, if they aren't prepared, if they aren't involved, if they aren't engaged, they'll resist everything you try to do. They'll create obstacles. If not openly, subconsciously they will do it, and it'll take longer and cost more money in terms of being effective. So what do you do with the team? There are 4 key things. First, plan, train, then coach, then renew. So what does that mean? Notice it's kind of in an equation. It looks kind of like this. Planning has to do with the action steps and your goals and your weekly team meetings to follow up. Training is ongoing education to learn what they need to do, not only in the change, but in other areas of their job. Coaching is one-on-one and team coaching, and renew is paying attention to the spirit or lack thereof, the recognitions, the problems, the obstacles that people are talking about, and being there. So what you'll see here is a way to look at the numbers. Planning has to do with clarity of what has to be done. Training has to do with the competence. Coaching has to do with the commitment. And consistency has to do with renew. So clarity, let's say we rate each of these scale of 1 to 5. 5 is the best. On the bottom scale, below the dividing line, that number is reversed. So let's say we get a 5, top line in all those areas. And let's say our consistency rating is a 2. So if we do the math, we get 15 at the top, divided by 2, we get 7.5. Notice that our propensity for success is only marginal. We might have some success. Notice all these ingredients have to be strong for us to be successful. So we've got a 7.5 rating, which means we're probably not going to do what we need to do. And that's not good news for you as a manager. Hey, as a leader, we need to pay attention to our skill and our team's skill. And we need to pay attention to their spirit and their spirit to be able to succeed at the goals that we have. That's what we're talking about with this 4-step formula. So where are you? What do you need to do better? What will you do to be more successful? I want to tell you that you have tremendous ability, just like your people do. Here's a picture of little Alex MOLINA, born with a bone disease. He had operation. I saw him on a TV series, and he had part of his leg replaced. And in the picture, he's jumping around playing with a smile from ear to ear as a 4-year-old. I'm here to tell you that people have tremendous potential. Our job as a leader to bring it out. And in times of change, planning, training, coaching, renewing, being cognizant of clarity, competence, commitment, and consistency in what we do as a leader will help us be most successful. Steve Prefontaine, one of the greatest runners of all time, always said this: if you give anything less than your best, you're going to sacrifice your gift. Doug and I have written a book, Superstar Leadership. What we covered here is just a synopsis of some of these key points related to execution. We have a 3D, unique, one-of-a-kind superstar leadership model to show you how to tie all these things together, because we're out to revolutionize leadership effectiveness. That means any leader can start today to make a bigger difference and achieve dramatic gains. It doesn't have to take forever. There is no excuse to be a poor leader today, and the number one reason why employees don't like their job is they hate their boss. Be a student of the game. And we say this: if you want your team to be better, you have to be better as a leader. I have this dream that soars on golden wings. I visualize your achievements and your legacy that sings. I do not know all about your awesome goals or your persistent efforts to raise the bar. I only know that you can be the best, a superstar. Thanks for coming, and take care.